Oh, thank you for a great semester. Thank you so much for all that I've been able to learn and process. And you guys, your energy is great, and your attention and your respect. I really, really do appreciate all that you've given to the class. For our final, I want to do a portrait, and two types of portrait. One, I want to do a portrait a little more serious. This is based off the artist Frida Kahlo, and I liked how she brought in sort of the natural element in her area. And I've got a lemon tree I like. I'm gonna put a lemon tree behind mine. So this is gonna be one half of my page will be me. A little more serious in a sense. The second one I want to do is more of a caricature, and these are caricatures I've been practicing. Showing how other characters are done, and sort of maybe funny, sort of cartoon images of myself. I have this one here I like quite a bit. I think kind of works sort of the nature of the extreme comics that are done. And so that'll be number two. Number one, I'm going to go ahead and start with this. I also like the inspiration of the self-portrait of Vincent van Gogh, sort of this strong, sort of an abstract background, and even his clothing and sort of the print there. So a little bit of the inspiration of Van Gogh and Frida Kahlo. And so this is going to be, like I said, I split up my drawing, and we're going to start with this one and get the page in here. Again, as we talked about before, I think I'll get a close up here. We'll get in here with the face. So we start with an ellipse. And another thing about this face, which is interesting, or the pose, is you don't see one side of the ear. So it's a little bit, it's not just the front, it's tilted. So I like how the expression is tilted. This gives this strong focus to the chin. So here's this little ellipse, but we also sort of make a point here where the chin comes out. So this can come out like this, and maybe a little bit of point here like that. Okay. So I'm going to start with the eyes. Again, I'm going to try and go small. They're almond shape. The eyelid. Then we have the nose in here. Again, I'm going to try and be a little bit more extreme. Sort of funny, I have a bigger nose than I thought. Just going to lightly put this in. Then my lips. Small lips. I'm going to make them a little bit happier. Just a touch. There's an indent in here, and then my chin down here. And I got kind of bushy eyebrows. Forehead's up here, kind of a pointy head. My distance is here. My cheeks. The end of the nose is my ear. We talked about how, the top of the ear comes through here, base through here. I do have kind of a pointed head. I'm doing it like this. This comes out to here. There we go. And then I think what I'll do, put the glasses in. Just faint like that. Okay, that's not too bad. Not a bad way to go. Kind of a thick neck. So I think this has to be a little higher. There we go, a little better. I'm looking up just a little bit. I think my lips are a little bit lower. There we go. Okay, not a bad start. Now the background, I'm going to put my lemons back here. And again, I'm sort of the impression of these things. Probably should switch pencils. Let's see, I'm going to do a little more of a, there we go, more yellow kind of look to them. Actually, that's not too bad. Let me just use that just a little bit. And then maybe a couple back here. Maybe just a little bit of impression of one, so some in here. A little bit of blue in here too. So I'm gonna take my green pencil. I'm gonna be a little bit of impressionistic here, just like Van Gogh's. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time with this, or like I said with you know, with Frida Kahlo's. But I'll make sure I'll probably put the yellow in first. These are my leaves. Okay, let's get that started. And then I think what I'll do, keep my brushes real clean. I'm going to go for the yellow first. And I'm going to purposely leave a little bit of white there, like a highlight. And just to make sure I don't get too much green in there, I'm going to go ahead and put the sky in. little dabs of sky coming through the tree. That's all that needs to be. Okay. And then I'm going to let that dry and then come back in with the green for that. But think for the skin tone, again, there's a flesh color here. I'm using a, go back just a little bit. So then for a flesh color here, I'm using this color in my palette. A little bit of tan. Okay. And let's see if this works. And quite a bit of water. I'm sort of put a dark. Again, that red pencil picked up a little bit of that. The water picked up that red pencil, so I'm going to counter that with a little bit more tan color here on the other side. Again, I'm looking at the highlights here. I'm not going to paint the eyes in yet. I'm going to let the glasses kind of come through. Again, I like that white. Let that white come through. A little bit darker. The shadow below the neck here. Just a little purple. That might be enough for my face. I think that could be dark enough. I think that's good. I think that'll be the face. Now I've got a black t-shirt on. I think I'll go ahead and put that in. Maybe a little bit of a sketch here to it. And I'm going to bring a little bit of white at the base of my neck, just to leave a little bit there so they don't blend. It kind of gives you the impression of the edge of the t-shirt. A little bit of a dry brush, like so. Well, a few times you just see me use black out of the tube, so to speak. I like the way, let's see here. See, she has these folds in here. You actually do pick up a little bit of the bright colors. I got a little bit of some warm in here. She has some warm. And then a little more black, makes it a little bit purple maybe, just to get a little darker. We may hit that again. There we go. And this is just real black again. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. So I think that's our first round. Okay, so we got the drawing done, got the face tones in, and I've got my black shirt on, and we'll go back in and let this dry, and then we'll come back in later with the leaves.